concerns us for the one who is not married or going to get married, and that's what the purpose of this really. I mean, there is some other topic being mentioned. It's related to that, but the main one is the first one, is how to find the right spouse. How to find the right spouse. This is in all teenagers or the one who is in their 20s, it's in their mind. Males or females. Everywhere I give this lecture, everywhere in any part in the world. Usually, after I finish the lecture, they come to me, well, Shaykh, we know many, the guys, we know many females, but I don't think neither one of them is suitable. I'm telling you the majority of the talks from my experience. Then after they finish, you will find the ladies coming and telling me the same statement. I can't find a real man. That's their statement. I'm getting you exact words. There is no real man. That's their words. And I'm telling you, it's not one or two. Everywhere. I gave the lecture in New York and Boston and many areas in America, and even in other countries like Sri Lanka, Malaysia, Singapore. Everywhere there is similarity of the answer. No real lady. I can't find a real lady to be my wife. And same statement you will find from the girls. I can't find a real man. Here is the question. What are you looking for when you say these kinds of statements? First of all, you have to realize when you decide to get married, it's not like you are buying a car. Well, you know, I don't like it tomorrow, I'll sell it, I'll dump it, I'll get another car. It's okay, you know, no problem. What doesn't work like this? The successful marriage, it has to have many factors available. I know you heard it from your parents probably many times. Oh, you have to have the religion and religious one. I always, as I say in the lectures for the sisters between 11 to 1, this class, when it has been going every Wednesday morning since almost over than a year now. There is, yes, everybody knows right from wrong. But it's not like a prescription. You go to the doctor, I have this pain, he will write you the prescription, you go buy it, you take the medication, mashallah, you feel good. No, it doesn't work like this. Well, everybody knows the prayer is important, but didn't everybody pray? You see what I'm saying? So here is how we're going to really get to the right points. When we are looking, how are we going to get to the right points? First of all, you have to put in your mind, when you are looking, you are not looking for a lady is going to resemble your mother. Even no matter where you are, in America, in China, in anywhere, the man usually, his role model is his mother. That's his role model. Even if he doesn't admit that. Of course, she's the one she raised him when he's little until he became big. Even if he doesn't admit that, it's in his head somewhere. I'm not saying it's something wrong. There's not something wrong. And same thing with that lady. She, not her father, but she has certain things about the man. Here I'm talking in general, I'm not going to the religion point of view here. Of course, time is different. You're not going to find one like your mother, for sure. You know, each age has different value, and each age has different way of communications. Now you communicate with each other, emails, text messages, and I will never be able to do all of this. That's not my generation. I will never even, I can't imagine myself communicating like that. So each age has different value and different steps. This is one point. Another point is, well, the lifestyle we're living in, you go to the high school, then you enter the college, and mashallah, in the college, you have all those beautiful girls, and the girls, they have all those handsome guys. And naturally, Allah created us as male and a female to be attractive to each other. This is Allah created it that way. So we will produce and have children, and this earth, it will keep going. That's how it is. Again, remember, as a young person, first thing is going to attract you is what? What do you think? What's going to attract you the first thing? The look. You don't have to hesitate. That's what it is. The look. You see a beautiful girl, that's it. That's what comes in your mind. Beautiful. Or the girl, she will see a handsome guy. That's what it, a handsome. That's how it is. Beauty. Now we're going to go to the religion. Of course, you're going to answer, well, this is my heart, and I don't have control over it. I see again, my heart starts beating, so this is the right one. Do you think this is the right judgment? If I want to ask you, anybody agree with this? No. You don't agree with this? Even though if the heart shows leaning toward, but you don't agree with it. Very good. Alhamdulillah. We are in the right directions now. Again, I will tell you, it's not like you saw a car and you fell in love with that car. The car, you could buy it, and next day you could sell it, or you have more money, you could dump it and you get another car. It doesn't work like this. So here, how are we going to really look and for what we're going to look? First of all, when you want to get married, you have to learn that the marriage is a responsibility. And you don't have to be scared from it. Some parents, they scared their kids too much. They're like, you have to finish be a doctor, and you have to be electrical engineer, or you have to be computer engineer, and you have to have a house. Subhanallah. And when you want me to get married when I'm 40, that contradicts with the deen. And always I talk with the parents. Do not talk like this with your children, because that contradicts specifically with the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam's teaching. How? He said, "Man istata'a minkum ya ma'shar ash-shabab." O young people. That's the hadith, exact word. O young people, "Man istata'a minkum al-ba'ata falyatazawwaj." Anybody who has the ability to get married, get married. What's the ability? Ability physically and financially. What do we mean physically and financially? Physically, when you want to be with the other person, male with a female, that's physically. And financially, we don't have to be a medical doctor and to have a house with $1 million. That's not what the purpose of marriage, or it will be nobody will get married. No. To be financially means to be self-sufficient. You're not relying on anyone for yourself and for your wife, the one she's going to be your wife, because she is your responsibility as a man. How much I should have for that? According to each body is need. You are, for instance, a student, and you could be married while you're a student. And I advise the student to get married while they're students. But here are two ways there is. Either you will be unstable emotionally because you are always interrupted. And here I remember a joke. I'm in Boston. One of those young in the university, he came to me, he said, "Shaykh, I always make dua to have always had snowstorm." I said, "Why?" He said, "Because at least they will be covered." The girls, they will be covered. But in summer, I mean, they go out, and now our mind is not relaxed. I mean, we're talking about the person who's practicing. And of course, you are practicing. So, well, how is the solution here? You're putting gas next to a fire, and you're saying it's okay when you finish a medical doctor. When you finish a medical doctor or engineer or very high level education, how old are you? 25, 27, something like that, 28 probably? Probably more, very close. And then, okay, now you have a very good profession. Well, you cannot go to a small apartment, it doesn't work like this. Now you're gonna have a house, and you're gonna have a big car, expensive car. Then you're gonna throw another 5 years. I'm not saying 35 is old. I'm not talking about the age. Don't misunderstand me. I'm talking about how much you're gonna be controlling yourself. How much you're gonna be under how much stress until to get that point. I'm sure you understand what I'm saying. It's a very stressful situation. Then what do we mean with ability for getting married? I mean, ability or financial? Financially. Financially is enough to have a place safe to be you and your wife together. That's financial. You are students, 1-bedroom apartment, that's fine. It doesn't have to be a house with 20 bedrooms. Your car, your normal car you drive as students, that's good enough. What do you need more than that? You need more than that. And now you have stability, and your mind is relaxed. I'm talking about now, what I'm pointing, the talk is for the guys here, not for the girls, because here I'm talking about the responsibility. You understand why I'm saying to them the talk here. Because the one who's supposed to be responsible financially, Islamically, is the man, not the woman. That's the responsibility of the man. And we're going to come to the duties for both. Then here, what we should do to really get over all this crisis. The only key is, of course, for following our religion. First, the parents, they have to realize that their children, they are not more children, they are not any more children. They're young men, right? Young men and young women. They are not anymore. We can't call them children. This is one. Second, they have to know that there is a need to get married. Third, that makes them stabilized emotionally, mentally, everything. They'll be more comfortable. That it does not contradict by having good future. Do you think the marriage will stop you from studying? Anyone who think marriage will stop you from studying? It could? No. I don't think anybody will say yes. No marriage will stop the person from studying. Actually, it will help you for studying. Because your mind is relaxed. You will be able to produce more. You will be more calm, more stabilized. Because when you are emotionally comfortable, you will be able to produce more and to give more. The parents, they have to understand that. And here is, you have to know that the religion is not based on how much money you're supposed to have and how big the house is. The religion is based on how much you worship Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. You know, some person could be living in a tent and he's connected with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala better than all those people with billions. That's how it works, Islamically. So you have to be satisfied. I'm not saying don't think like I'm going to have a big house. Don't misunderstand me. No. I'm saying you have to be satisfied so you could get to that point. How are you going to be satisfied? By being pleased of what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is going to give you. This is the first step. Before we enter the topic, we have to be agreeing on this. Now when we enter this topic, we have to follow the deen or as Muslims, we have to ask what's the rules in Islam on this. So we will be safe in this dunya, in this way, and we will be successful and rewarded in the year after. And there is stability, it will be in the marriage because it's based on religion. Here, there is no analogy on the subject. It's whatever sallallahu alayhi wa sallam he said, we have to follow. Because whatever he said, it's a revelation from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said, if anybody came to ask you to get married, and ask your daughter, your sister about her to get married, he said, if his deen is right, is good, and his manners is good, then let the marriage goes through. Did you see anywhere it says money or will? No, it doesn't. Manners and religion, practicing. That's the 2 points. So the main point is what then we're talking about? We're talking about the religion. That's the main point. The religion is the main point. And this is, it goes for whom? For both. For the man who's going to get married, and for the woman, the one she's going to get married. You have a person with you in the university, different religion. And I will give you some example from Boston. I have a friend, he came, he said, Shaykh, I got married. I said, congratulations, from me. He said, you know, she doesn't really believe in Christianity, and she is almost a Muslim. Is this marriage valid? This marriage is not valid. He's doing adultery and he doesn't know. In Islam, a man, he could be married to a Muslim or Christian or Jewish, as mentioned in the Quran. As a Muslim woman, she cannot be married except for Muslim man. A female Muslim cannot be married except to a male Muslim. A man, that's it. The man, he could be married to a Muslim female or a Christian or a Jewish. There is certain conditions for when you say married for a Christian and a Jewish. If there is Muslims, you have to put in your mind is what? You have children. Who's going to be raising those children? You or her? And she's not a Muslim. What do you think that child is going to be? She's going to teach him Al-Fatiha, she's going to take him to the masjid, do you think? Then you are really looking for damage from the beginning. I am not against Christian and Jewish. Don't misunderstand me here. We respect them, and they are the people of the book, and we are allowed to welcome them. Here I'm talking about the difference of the religion and how it's going to reflect on the family later on. Some they will say, you know what, I'm going to talk with her, and inshallah she's going to become a Muslim. Inshallah. But what about if she's not? Are you going to put your wife on jeopardy? You see the question? Anybody want to put his life in a questionable way? If you have any question on talking, please say something. Because we have to understand the point I'm getting to. You have to know that you are building a family. You are not building a house, and you could say you're building a family here. And the person you're going to be with, you have to trust completely 100%. Not just trust to be with, no. Trust with your money, trust with your house, trust with your children. You're going to have children. Are you going to trust her with all that? That's the question you're going to answer yourself with. Okay, you felt in love. And you, all of you, you said this is not enough. And it's good, because you said this, and I hope you said it from your heart. It's not just for the sake of the conversation. It's being said yes. If it's that not enough, then you have to look for what? For an answer for those three questions. Are you going to trust this one for your house, when you are not there? For your money? For having children and taking care of those children to be raised Muslim? If the question here is you using your mind, not your heart, if the question came no, or the question came I am not sure, then the answer is what? No. You have to be sure 100% here. And that's the reason here in Islam, the first thing, as the hadith mentioned, like the woman, we would marry the woman for her beauty, for her money, for her family, for her religion. Take the one with the religion, you will be the most success. That's the hadith. The religion is very important. Because if she has the right belief, and that belief is in her heart, then you could trust her with your house. You could trust her with your money. You could trust her with those children, the one you're going to have. You will be more to work and you will be happy. You don't have to be wondering what's going on. And same thing here with the sisters. It's not enough that a guy came, he is handsome and he has a lot of money. What's your profession? And become doctor, I have a house, and that's it, Tom. Is that enough? It's not enough. He could be the most messed up person. And now for the sisters is worse. Because here is, the man is easier, but with the sister, if she failed in a marriage like this, what's going to be? It will be a disaster. A disaster because now she is looking to get divorced. And if there's children involved, there will be more problems. And to get divorced is a problem by itself. And if she is living as a divorce with some children, or without children, now her chance to get married, it will become very less percentage than if she never married a person like this from the beginning. You all agree with this? Then here we have to use our mind and use our heart to go to the deen for what we are going to get married. For whom? This is the best thing, is the deen. The deen is very important. Like the sisters, when somebody comes for marriage. Are you praying? Oh, I'm trying my best. That's a very nice answer. If this person, he doesn't pray, and this is the second pillar after the Shahadatain, then how are you going to really trust a man like this and you're going to give him your soul? Let's say there's a problem in between you and him, Habib. Do you think he will listen if you tell him, you know, it's haram, prohibited, that's against the deen, against the religion? He will not listen. If he doesn't pray to start with, you think he's going to listen to advice like that? He will not. And now you will be a failure with your decision. And same thing if you choose the one with the religion. Same thing. Don't do this, she will be doing it. I don't like this, she will be doing the opposite. Why? Because she's not following anything. Well, the religion says this is haram. I mean, she doesn't have anything to do with the religion from the beginning. How are you gonna judge her? You're gonna go, both of you, to be judged according to what? You understand what I'm saying? If there's a problem, you have to be judged, right? You're taking this person to be judged according to what? You have to listen such and such and such and such because such and such. Maybe she doesn't believe to start with what you are saying. So how are you going to do it? I'm taking time on this point because I saw a lot of mistakes being committed in this area. And I'm sure you know many people, they went, they chose, and they said, we are in law. They said, she's good, inshallah, we don't know. but the choice is not right, because either first with the different religions, reflect later on, and many other factors we're going to come to them. The second point you should be looking for, very important to have similarity in the family. In the family. I'm not saying somebody from the street will be street. No. What I'm saying is equality with the families. Like when you know each other, or the families, they are equal somehow. A marriage like this most likely will last. Most likely. You're gonna look for the long run, the long term. You're not gonna look for 1 week or 1 month. So this point is very important. I'm not saying it has to be from your family. No, even the hadith says غَرِّبُ النِّكَاحِ, means married from different, far away. Far away, but similarity. There is similarity of the background. That will help the marriage to survive. Similarity, usually when I say with the background, and people they think when we talk like that we are racist. No, Islam is not based on racism. But let me ask you, many from a place they speak the language, they have the same culture, sometimes it will work, sometimes it doesn't work. But usually, if it's close to you through religion and culture, most likely, if you are locked to your culture, you are not open. You know what I'm saying? Not everyone is seen in this point. Some people they are open, they've been everywhere, so for them it's fine. Some they are not. They are raised in a very locked culture. Like for instance, you were raised as Bengali, from the Bangladesh, from A to Z. Your language in the house, your food, Pakistan. You 100% Pakistan, nothing else. You will not accept a bread even if it's different. You'll never accept rice if it's different. And now you marry 1/2 of this. How many times are you gonna, for instance, handle that types of food? How many times are you gonna handle the different language? How long? 1 month, 2 months, 1 year, 2 years, then it's gonna come out as a disaster. I'm talking here at this point, it's not for everybody. This point for the one who raised in a very locked, in culturally locked in that culture. If you go try to go off completely, you will never feel close. Later on, it doesn't show at the beginning, it will show later. Here they say, well, then here this is kind of racist, this kind of talk. No, we are not talking racist. Here we want something to last. To last long. We don't want it to be broke after 1 year or 2 years, or 3 years, over 10 years. You want it to go. This is very important. Of course, the beauty. The beauty is one of the conditions. But if you realize where it came, it's not only the main one. The main one is what? One condition is what? The religion. The main one is the religion. Why we said the religion? Because if any problem happens, both you believe deep and you go, you ask the religion, what's the answer, and you follow. Like if you do something wrong and you really following the deen, what she will tell you? She will tell you, no, it's prohibited. You just invalidated the, oh, sorry, astaghfirullah, may Allah forgive you, astaghfirullah. That's it, but if she does something wrong, hey, you just invalidating the deen. Oh, subhanallah, no, please. See how? It's beautiful. But if there is nothing like that, a person wasn't praying. A person is going with the riba interest left and right, interest on the house, interest on the car, eating from interest, wearing from interest. Do you think a person who's dipped in the prohibited left and right, and if there is a mistake in the marriage or something, oh, this is prohibited, oh, mashallah. All his life is prohibited. Do you think it's going to affect him another prohibited things? No, it's not. That's the reason the hadith is so clear. It says, the one you will accept his deen and his manners and behaviors. That's very important for the ladies. And for the man who chose for the lady. Those very important points. That's the main point. The beauty, and we said this is not the main one. Of course, if it's available with that, it will be great, it will be good. Now, everyone, it comes, the main one is the deen. Now, everything it will add to it will be good. The family, it's add to the deen. MashaAllah, now we have 2 points. Now we have a beauty with the main 2 one. Good. Now we have 3 points. The 4th one, which is Islam talked about a lot, equality. What do we mean with equality? Again, she is a pure practice hafiz of the Quran from a good family. A person came, he is with 20 girlfriends before. MashaAllah, I don't know. Do you think they are equal to each other? Do you think they are equal? Ladies, do you like somebody who comes and he has like 20 relations before? But he's okay. Do you like something like that? You don't like it. You really don't like it. But they have, now they said, okay, I'm okay. But still you like it or you don't like it? You don't like it. You see how you don't like it? Then this is the scholar, they said the equality. So equality is very important. Equality with this, and equality with everything. Equality how with everything. For the man and the woman. Let's say she is very, very, very well educated as, let's say she is an engineer or a medical doctor. And you're going to let her marry some, I'm not putting anybody's down, but to marry somebody who is collecting garbage. Do you think this is equal? A garbage man, he's coming to marry a medical doctor. Do you think this is equal marriage? Islamically, it's not equal marriage. And you're going to say, why? He loves her, she loves him. How long is going to stay this marriage? What are they going to be talking about after 1 month or 2 months or 1 year? I'm not saying a medical doctor has to marry a medical doctor. No. Education. He's educated in his field. He could be whatever. She's educated in her field, whatever. But both they are educated. There's something in common. There's something in common. After this 1 month honeymoon, we call it. Probably it's not even 1 month. Probably after 1 week, honeymoon will be a fight. Why? Okay, I love you, and after that, okay, you're together, and then after that, after 1 month, then what's going to happen? After 2 months, what are you going to be talking about? One will have no education at all, nothing, zero so ever. Nothing. They cannot talk about nothing. And the other one is highly educated. How this life is going to go? Could you tell me how this life is going to go? That's the reason Islam, they said equality is very important. Why? Because after a while, they will have, especially when they get older, they have things to talk about. They could be sitting and talking hours and hours together. They could be talking about politics, economics. They'll be talking and enjoying the talks. Why? Both educated. This is very important point, and it should be taken into consideration. If you have anything in your mind and you want to enter with the conversation, please do. Anything in your mind? Okay. Then the 6th point is here what we said, it's a branch also, not the main one. The main one is what we said. I will keep reminding you of the main one. The main one is what? The religion. The 6th one is a branch which is virginity. And this is culturally, especially people coming from Muslim background. I mean Muslim background as a country, like Pakistan, Bangladesh, Arab. His wife has to be, when he married, virgin. It's Habib, Jabir ibn Abdullah. Do you think this is a main point? Anybody thinks it's a main point? The virginity. His wife, the first one, what's her name? What's his name? Her name? Khadija. MashaAllah. May Allah bless you.
Yeah.
He is the only one who's following the cross.
And how old is he? 10.
Now we make them embarrassed here. Khadija. Khadija, when he married her, how old he is? 25. He's answering again. How old she is? And she's older than him with 15 years. And never mind that. And she's married twice before. She married the first one and he died. And she married the second one and he died. And the Prophet ﷺ, he's the third one to marry her. And the Prophet with the beauty, he's the most handsome one Allah created. And he's one of the best family. And his uncle is the head of Quraysh. His grandfather is the head of the whole entire Mecca. It's not like somebody who doesn't have anybody to get married and he just get married. No. He appointed all the women, they will come. It's not. But this is to send an indication that this is not the main point. And this is in our culture, and I know all of you know the culture I came where I came from, Arab words. And the culture you came from, Pakistan and Bangladesh and that region, they put the virginity as what? As a main one. And according to that, any woman, she will be a widow, she will be married tonight. Next day her husband will have a car accident and now she's a widow. She will not get married. Am I right or not? Yes, that's it. Why? Because she's not virgin anymore. Nice. Do you think nice? Do you think that's right? Do you think that's right?
I think also
I want you to be involved in the conversation.
the other reason behind it is the social dynamics behind it. The social prohibition is that once the girl gets married, that's it. They're not supposed to get married again. That's not
That's what I'm trying to say. There is something we highlight is against the deen, and this is completely against the religion. That's the reason I said, look at the Prophet ﷺ, his wife. He got married to Khadija, and Khadija, she is 15 years older than him, and she's married twice before. She's married the first one, and she's widowed. He died. She's married the second one, and she's widowed. He died. And the Prophet ﷺ is the third man. So from this we know that this is not the main conditions for getting married. It's not the main conditions for getting married. The second one is to be able to have children. How are you going to know a lady or a man he never married before, or a woman she is not married before, that they have the ability to have children? They sit from their relatives. That's how the scholars in the books of fiqh, from their relatives, because the purpose of the marriage is to have children. So this is some of the main points. This is some of the main points when we are going to get married. You go to the universities. You go to the universities and you see different girls. And the girls, they see different guys. And right away they feel attracted. Here you have to put in your mind at those points I just mentioned, which is 7 points we mentioned. You have to put those in your mind, plus the parents. As Muslim, we are came from a Muslim background, is parents. Those parents, the one who raised you from being a baby until you get this age, do you think, did they have the right to say their opinion or no? We're talking Muslims here. Forget the culture we're living in now. What do you think, guys?
Their life,
They are thinking it's their life and the parents, who cares?
Yeah.
I know. This is actually invalidate the deen completely, against the deen. Because the parents in the main decisions, they're supposed to be having 100% opinion on this. Well, not my father or my mother, the one who's getting married. I'm the one who's getting married. MashaAllah, we know that you are the one who's getting married. Of course, they are not the one who's getting married, but believe me, they are worrying more than you, the one you are getting married. As if they are getting the married, not you. Why? You looking at the marriage when you're making a decision, you judge it according to the beauty. You saw her, even you denied the first, when we start the class at the beginning, to all of you, you denied this point. In reality, you're denying it with your tongue, but your heart inside, when it starts beating, you will forget your name, never mind your father and your mother. And this is a problem here. Why? Because your father and your mother, it does not concern them that look or the beauty. Your mother and your father, it concerns them something else. Is this marriage is equal? Is this marriage is going to last? Is this marriage is with the deen? Is this marriage with our culture? If you ask them, they will give you at least 10 reasons, if it's not even more. Those reasons you will never see them because your mind is being shut down because emotionally your heart is being dragged and made you blind completely. This is one reason. Another thing is what? You went against the ayah of the Quran. وَقَضَى رَبُّكَ أَلَّا تَعْبُدُوا إِلَّا إِيَّاهُ وَبِالْوَالِدَيْنِ إِحْسَانًا. After Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, your parents. You're going to say, but this is my life. I'm the one who's getting married, not my parents. This is fine. And nobody forcing you. You have to take their opinion. You must take their opinion. And listen to them. Listen to them and listen to their reasons. And believe me, through experience in this field and through many cases I dealt with all over the world in this area, and through experience in the religion, specifically in this topic, I will tell you, most of the ones they went against their parents with the decision, they have a very horrible marriage and it's ended with failure. I'm telling you, and go to your memory if you know someone, and you will see what I'm talking about. I am not exaggerating if I tell you over than 90%, even if it's 99%, it's failure. Because you are not seeing what they are seeing. First, they are experienced, you don't have experience. They've been married, you never get married yet. They worry about you because they raised you, you don't have that worry. They're looking at factors in that lady you are going to get married or for the ladies or that guy you are going to be married to. You're not looking to any of those factors at all. So that's the reason your decision most likely will be wrong. Most likely. I'm not saying every parent is right. That's the reason I said very high percentage, but not 100%. Why? Because there's many factors that's going against the deen and you don't know why. Then, here is the question now comes. Okay, we have problems. We talked about some problems because of this, and we talked about how we're going to find as positive things. Then what's the solution in this? How we have to have a solution for this? The solution for this, as I always advise, especially in the Muslim world, it will be easier. Very easy. In the non-Muslim countries, you must have like family centers. Family centers, which it means people they meet. I'm not saying you meet a boyfriend and girlfriend. People they meet through activities. Sometimes through lectures, sometimes through classes, sometimes through sports, sometimes through there is marriage ceremony in the masjid, there is what we call it, aqiqah for somebody born, many different occasions. And here the families is supposed to come, and all the youth is supposed to come, and here now they get to know each other. You must know how you get married without knowing. You must know. A person who is always coming to the masjid, I'm just giving an example as a masjid. Either he or she, he's always coming, she's always coming. The parents, they see this. Now the marriage will happen. And that's most likely it will be very successful marriage because it's based on what? The main point. The religion. Because any problem is going to happen, you will make the religion as a judge. As I mentioned at the beginning. If she is not doing well, you will tell her, hey, you validated this and this. So, subhanAllah, I'm not going to do it again. And same thing, he will be judged according to religion, and he will ask Allah for forgiveness, and he will stop doing it.
Huh? Why?
This is very important to have more activities for the youth from both males and females. And this is, it will bring the far distance closer because you get to know the families more. The parents, they get to know each other more. And the one who's getting married, they will be able to see with their eyes and to hear with their ears the other one. Either she will be hearing the one she is interested in, and he will be hearing the one who is interested to get married. This way, you will find all the points I just mentioned available. If you go to the list, if the marriage is being done this way, I'm just giving one way. It could be more than that. It could be family visitings, it could be many. I'm just giving one solution. Religion is available. This is one. Family is equality is available because always they meet together. Equality in the education because obviously they are going all to different colleges or different universities or different professions. The beauty, they will be seeing each other, and each one has different scale of beauty. Someone, he will see this lady is beautiful, the other one, he will think it's not beautiful. Some lady, she will think this one is handsome, but the other girl, she will think he's not handsome. So that's the reason the life, it will go. It will not stop, keep going. So here is all the conditions is available. What left? Left is the parents' ruling. And I keep here, this is the most important point actually after the religion. Because it's part of the religion. Because Allah said subhanahu wa ta'ala, وَقَضَى رَبُّكَ أَلَّا تَعْبُدُوا إِلَّا إِيَّاهُ وَبِالْوَالِدَيْنِ إِحْسَانًا. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wrote that Allah, you worship Him first, and then after Him, you're supposed to listen to who? To your parents. So here now, if these things happen, you will have a very successful marriage. If any of those conditions it will be missing, it will be very high percentage of failure. Of course, when the person finds the right spouse, and the marriages happen, inshallah, after we go to pray Maghrib, we're going to continue talking about the factors, how it makes it more successful, and we're going to talk about the other two topics, which is how to achieve blessing marriage and to not make wrong decision, and what it's going to happen if you make a wrong decision when choosing the right spouse, and how to attain healthy and happy marriage. This is inshallah after the Maghrib prayer we're going to talk about.